So this morning for breakfast we're going to be doing a fried steak, the 18th century version. So this recipe comes from the Hannah Glass cookbook of the Art of Cookery. I don't have that cookbook, so I've seen this on the Townsends YouTube channel. So I figured I'd give it a go. Instead of beef, I'm using venison backstraps. It almost kills me to waste a piece of meat like this, but we'll see how it turns out. So those need a little more processing. We have the rest of our ingredients here. We have one shallot. We're using an imported English ale for this. So I'm going to get the fire going behind me. I'll let the coals build up. While that's happening, we'll go prepare these steaks. Alright, so these are way too thick to begin with, so that calls for pounding it out well or beating the bejesus out of it. So we're just gonna kind of butterfly these out. To get them a little bit thinner, and then we'll pound them out. I think we have plenty of coals to get us going, so we'll rake some of those out. Really want that guy. Getting back into a little divot right here in the granite. Good to get us going. So there was a lot of different tavern foods from things I've read and researched. Plenty of varieties of meats throughout the 18th century as well. Venison was said to be more of a high class meat, and if you could serve that, that means you either had a vast property yourself or you knew somebody that did. So obviously beef, mutton, ducks, partridge, again a pretty wide variety of different meats they were eating. Meat was obviously the staple. So we're going to add our brown ale to that. If it's not good enough to drink, it's not good enough to cook with. So this is imported from England on Newcastle brown ale is what this is. It's pretty good. A little more though. Again, this kind of It almost breaks my heart to cook a piece of venison backstrap this way, but I'm a fan of, cast iron pan. Just season this, a little salt and pepper right in the pan with some butter, and that's job's a good one, But, so we'll get that dude in there. Let it do its thing. Now we have to prepare one more bit for this recipe. But hopefully that cooks off. I'm going to rake a couple more coals out around the edges here. So yeah, the cookbook, which I don't have, I'm just trying this recipe out. Haven't seen it on the Townsends channel. It says that it's fried steak and ale, and things change obviously over time, terminologies, different concepts, ideas, and things like that. So this is what they called it. We know it more as a stew, pretty much doing it this way, or boiling it for that matter. See what happens. So let's go prep the last bit of our ingredients. So we've chopped our shallot fairly small. There's a few big chunks in there still as well. So it called for some salt, some pepper, some thyme. So sprinkle that there in a pile. Of course, some nutmeg. And then what they did was take a ball of butter. It's almost square, so I'll just round it off a little bit. And roll that around in your spices. And then into some flour. So we'll add all that to our steak once it looks close to done. It's cooking away nicely, smelling pretty good, and probably just about done. So we're going to add the rest of this. Just wait for it to thicken up a bit. It's going to smell even better now with that butterball there with the spices and the shallot. Yep. Smell good. Alright, come on. I think it's done. I think it's done. Let's put it on a plate. Let's put it on a plate. Well, I have to say, it smells incredible, as per usual. little sip of ale, some crusty bread to go with that gravy. And the only thing I'm concerned about, because the recipe called for a rump steak, you know, England, UK, they call it that. We call it sirloin here. Also, you know, it's referred to as a rump or a chump actually over there. I didn't use a sirloin. I used a very, very lean piece of meat of venison, so I'm afraid that it's going to be tough. But let's see. Looks like it's cooked pretty good. Oh my. And it's really not tough. It's like a good stewed piece of meat, right? That would be tender if done right. And this did cook for a little while. A couple different times I pulled more coals under the pan. That piece almost just broke apart. That was very, very good. Very good. A couple more little pieces going on. That was really good. Like I said, I was kind of worried that it would be tough, but it really isn't. And you know I'm going to have to try that bread. Swap up some of that sauce. Excellent. Very good. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I have a bunch of plans in the works. Again, kind of fell through on season 1 for me due to time with work and other obligations, so didn't quite happen. But as soon as the weather breaks here, we're looking to get some more snow yet again, I think. But once it's all gone, I want to get outside and do some other things, you know, not just cooking videos, though we'll probably do some cooking videos outside as well. But again, I have some other plans, so again, I hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.